guys, I hope you're doing well. Today we're talking about intimacy in the marriage. You know, when Paul spoke about leaving your parents and cleaving with your spouse, that is becoming one flesh, there is an implied sense of intimacy there in regards to becoming one flesh. So it's not just a leaving of a household and moving in with your spouse, but it's also an intimacy that is happening and a oneness that happens through sexual intercourse. And so sexual intercourse is not something that is forbidden by the scriptures. What is forbidden is sexual intercourse outside of God's boundaries between a husband and a wife. Okay? God created marriage, and thus God created the benefits of marriage that come from marriage. And so part of that is intimacy. Intimacy is undefiled, as the scriptures say. Intimacy is something good. It's something that brings pleasure, that God created there for his people. The problem is the distortion of that when we do it outside of the boundaries that God has given us in the scripture. Then it's called sin. Then it's called fornication or adultery. But within the marriage, that needs to happen. And so that's what I want to address here. There needs to be a healthy balance between intimacy between a husband and a wife. If that is not happening, if one party is neglecting the other, or both are neglecting each other, that there is a problem with that, and the enemy can come in and work in that marriage and cause more division than there already is. Let me read what Paul says here in 1 Corinthians 7, 3-5. He says, "Let the husband render to his wife the affection due her, and likewise also the wife to her husband. The wife does not have authority over her own body, but the husband does. And likewise, the husband does not have authority over his own body, but the wife does." Why is that? Guess what? They are one flesh. That's why there is no individual authority over the other body, because it is one body now. Okay? That's important to take note of. Verse 5, "Do not deprive one another except with consent for a time, that you may give yourselves to fasting and prayer and come together again, so that Satan does not tempt you because of your lack of self-control." And so there we see how the enemy can come in and further destroy a marriage, further separate a husband and a wife if they are depriving themselves of sexual intimacy. Paul says here it needs to be done with consent and for a time. So if one party decides, hey, I think we should chill out for a bit, then make sure that you are filling your time up with devotion to the Lord. Otherwise, the enemy is going to come in and cause damage. God bless.